On Thursday, the Alabama House approved a measure banning teaching of certain divisive concepts concerning race, religion, and gender. A bill sponsor claims it is aimed at ensuring that kids would not be taught to hate America or each other and allow them to learn in a comfortable environment.
But critics of the bill, including Huntsville area Republican Mike Ball, said it creates free speech problems and paves the way for propaganda to be taught rather than actual history. News 19's chief investigative reporter Brian Lawson joins us here in studio with more on this. Brian.
Right, so there is language in the bill that talks about allowing history to be taught, but it also bans teaching things like that an individual solely based on their own race, religion, or gender bears responsibility for actions in the past. Critics of the bill, particularly House Minority Leader Anthony Daniels of Huntsville, says that recent issues like the Confederate monument debate or the death of George Floyd have spurred discussions among young people, and those discussions seems to have made some of their parents and others uncomfortable.
Well, it seems to be an attempt to erase history and to force individuals that some individuals that may not feel comfortable talking about certain subject areas, but it's really hitting more of a slippery slope when it comes to allowing the opportunity for individuals to see two points of view on an issue. History teaches us to understand what happened in the past and how to make certain that we're not repeating those mistakes. And I think that what we're trying to do is make everyone feel comfortable. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable in order to feel comfortable.
The measure now goes to the Alabama Senate for debate in that body. Now, the House vote was 65-32 in favor of the bill. News 19's website, WHNT.com, has a full look at the bill, including a list of the proposed divisive concepts it would ban.